Math 1, Unit 10.2, counterexample notes. All right, counterexamples are just a way of disproving something. All right, we can do it just through random examples, and then eventually we'll get more specific into some math examples. So, counterexample is an example that shows a rule is false. A conjecture is an unproven statement based on observations. So if somebody makes a conjecture, a statement, we may use a counterexample to prove it false. We also have conditional statements. A conditional statement can be written in if-then form. Conditional statements have two parts, a hypothesis and a conclusion. So a conditional statement will always be if the hypothesis, then the conclusion. A counterexample shows that the conclusion is false. All right, so let's get into our first example. Give a counterexample to show the statement is not always true. Statement: if you live in California, then you live in Fresno. All right. You could live in San Francisco, which is in California. So basically, you could name any city in California that isn't Fresno, and then you would have a counterexample to that. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, so let's just go through a bunch of these, and you guys give me a counterexample. You can write your own down. You can write mine down, or one of the classes. Okay? So problem 1 through 7, give a counterexample to show each statement is not always true. Number 1, if the sidewalk is wet, then it must have rained. Somebody give me a counterexample.
They might have freshly laid the concrete.
Okay?
That'd be bad.
Someone just laid concrete. Okay?
Sprinklers are on.
There you go. The sprinklers are on. That's a pretty common one. Any others?
They had a oh
Come on, don't let me
no.
down.
Slip and
There's
slide.
a slip and slide was going. That works. Okay? There's one every class comes up with it every year, every period. Don't let me
Breast spilled
down.
some water.
What?
Breast spilled some water.
Somebody spilled some water. That's another good one. Come on, it's usually a guy that comes up with it. What is it? Come on, boys. Let your mind wander.
Somebody peed on the team.
There you go. The dog peed on the sidewalk. That one always comes up every year. There you go. Leave it to Tyler to come up with that one. Okay. Every year that comes up. Okay, number 2. If a number is even, then you can divide it by 4. So that's more mathematical already. If a number is even, then you can divide it by 4. So all you need to do is give me some numbers that are even that cannot be divided by 4.
2.
There you go. 2, 6.
24.
No, 24 can be divided by 4. How about 18? I think we missed one, but
36.
22. Basically, it's every other even number. 26. 28, no, but 30, yes. 32, no, but 34, yes. Okay? So that's all a counterexample is. So if you live in California, then you live in Fresno. You could say any your favorite city, not Fresno. Santa Cruz. Oops, except that's not Santa Cruz. How about the T over there? There you go. What's your guys' favorite cities? San Diego's a good one. Santa Barbara's a good one. San Jose. Anaheim. Carlsbad, yep. All right, all good example, all good counterexamples. Madeira, there you go. Okay, number 4, if you attend high school, then you are a senior. Pretty easy. There's 3 counterexamples of that, right?
We're mostly freshmen. Freshman, sophomore, and
Not for a long.
There you go. Number 5, if you were born in the winter, then you were born in December.
January 24th.
January or February, right? If you get stopped in your car by a policeman, then you were speeding.
Nope.
You could be on the highway.
Ah,
Your license plate.
He could have suspicion that you are.
Just wanted to.
texting while driving.
He could have suspicion that
Brake
you're a
lights
mule.
You could have
Guys always love DUI. Everybody loves that one.
He could have suspicion that you're a mule.
The tail light was out.
Tail lights out. That's a good one. Got a banana in your tailpipe. No? That's an old movie reference. You guys don't know that one.
Movie reference. You had a dog dragging on the back of the car. That's a bad reference.
Number 7. Okay, if you have a fever, then you must have the flu.
Well, I mean a fever.
Cold? You get a fever with the cold? Cold? I got a cold right now, and I don't have a fever. You could have a cold.
Somebody was yelling.
You could be in love. No. You give me fever. No. Okay. All right.
I don't know what you be on, but
No.
I never get a fever when I'm in love.
All right. Yeah, that's on the video. Yep. Now you get to show your parents what a dork your teacher is. All right. All right. Now 8 through 11s. Now we're getting more specific to the math. All right. So number 9, supplementary angles are always adjacent. So now we can just draw a picture if we need to. For instance, I might draw a 30-degree angle, and I'll draw a 150-degree angle. And notice I didn't measure or anything else. I just wrote that they're 150 and 30. And so that's good enough. Just shows that any two angles that add up to 180 is supplementary. Okay, number 9, the value of x squared is always greater than x. So if you take a number and square it, it's always greater than the original number. Can you come up with a number that if you squared it, it wouldn't be greater than the original? 1. Kiana, did you have a different one?
I was gonna say like negative.
0.
Negative.
0 will work. Good job. 0 squared is still equal to 0. Okay, I don't know if there's any others, but
Negative one?
nope, negative 1 equals 1. So no, because a negative number, whenever you square a negative number, it becomes the positive, so it'll always be bigger. That might be the only two. I don't know. All right, if the sun is shining, then it is hot outside.
No, you could have overcast.
Right? So you could have, well, I think they mean if it's like a sunny day like this, it's got to be hot out. But, you know, you get a sunny day in the middle of winter, right?
It could be raining.
You could put a sunny winter day. But what I always like to say, the sun is always shining, right?
Yes.
Even at nighttime, the sun is shining.
In somewhere else, though. Probably like China.
Yeah. All right. Any four-sided polygon is a square. Well, you guys just learned about that. Probably the easiest and most clearly one that is not a square is a kite, right? Or a rhombus would work. Just show that it's a rhombus. Obviously any quadrilateral that isn't a square would work. All right, any questions on counterexamples?
No.
All right, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to complete the homework 10.2 counterexample, so that we'll do that in class. About 10 minutes, we're going to go over 10.3/4 conditional statement notes, and then your homework will be the worksheet on the next page. Homework 10.3/4 conditional statements, biconditional, and good definitions. So we're going to get all this done today. Ready, break.